British government, like the Scottish government, is run by people who are in fear of exposure from some of this stuff. Honestly, and that's not just in this country, it's all over the world. You get someone involved in this, they are when they say jump and do this and introduce this legislation, change this and do that, you break the Olympic high jump record because you know the consequences of not doing it.
Well, I've got the Press and Journal report out of the UK, and it says sex abuse family legal advisor arrested. Campaigner was going to hand out leaflets, and they say that you're not allowed to do that in Scotland. So, I mean, they are sure acting like, I mean, don't they know that that's only going to make this blow up that much bigger?
Well, you know, Alex, we've come back to what we were talking about earlier. We're talking about how the network, the families, the Illuminati are getting desperate because this stuff is coming out and people are opening their minds to it, and so it's becoming more difficult for them. So they're doing desperate things. This pedophile satanic ring in Scotland is now in that same stage of desperation because suddenly it's come across people. I mean, you know, my website, and there's one called UK Column, which is followed this, and it is a very, very good website to go to for this information. People like Colin Green, who's been right at the center of it, this journalist, who are simply not going to bow to the intimidation. And as they get more desperate, they do desperate things. And as I said earlier about what is happening today, when you do desperate things, you do things more blatantly, and even more people see what's going on. And so this guy's gone up. He's planning to stand for Parliament on this single issue, like I say, to hand out leaflets and tell people what's going on, because the pathetic, jelly-boned Scottish media won't tell them.
Well,
so
David,
they do this extreme thing to stop him.
David,
because they're desperate.
I really appreciate you joining us. We'll continue to watch your reporting on this, and hopefully you'll get to the bottom of it. Thank you so much for spending time with us.
No problem, Alex. See you soon. Bye.
As the economy continues to decline, patriots across the nation are preparing for the worst. The world is changing fast. Are you fully prepared? Or will you be forced to eat government soup? At patriotfood.com, we offer you 135 pounds of dehydrated food and 6 varieties of canned meat for half price. And at survivalistseeds.com, we now offer 50 non-GMO varieties of vegetables and over 10,000 heirloom seeds. That's twice as many as our competition for the same price. PatriotFood.com and SurvivalistSeeds.com. Food insurance, just in case. Owned by me, Big John Lipscomb, host of Don't Tread on Me radio show.
Hundreds of nations have fallen to tyranny in the last century alone. This is our last chance to not relive history.
As we're finishing off this agenda, they'll be pulling the rug from underneath Americans at home.
I have tremendous influence on our president and Congress, and they really are calling the shots.
I think it's incumbent upon all of us as American citizens to pay attention.
Fall of the Republic identifies the enemies of our nation, the criminal offshore cartel, hell-bent on destroying sovereignty, and on its ashes constructing world government.
Tim Geithner, Bernanke, they're arsonists. They're asking for more matches. And the Congress is saying, who do we make the check out to?
Today, seems like nobody does care. And right now in Washington, D.C., we have seen a fall of the Republic.
Get your copy of Fall of the Republic on DVD at Infowars.com or watch it online right now in super high quality at prisonplanet.tv.
When you hear the words water purification, what comes to mind? If it's Berkey Water Purification Systems, this message is for you. Did you know that over 60% of municipal water contains fluoride at less than 2 cents per gallon? Berkey water filters purify treated and untreated water, remove dangerous chlorine, fluoride, and contaminants from municipal water. These filters are powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water, making them perfect for rainwater collection systems. From the smallest to the largest systems, BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com has what you need. With your system purchase, you'll receive a shower filter, a fluoride filter, or 2 Sport Berkey bottles absolutely free. BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com would like to offer GCN listeners 5% off all ceramic filter systems and ship all orders over $50 free of charge. Visit BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. That's BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. Or call 1-877-99-BERKEY. That's 1-877-99-BERKEY today.
Okay, I had Wayne Paul coming up, but we're going to reschedule him because of what's happening with the kamikaze attack that's being reported in North Austin that happened at about 9:55 or so in the morning Central Standard Time. We're going to open the phones up. I know I had a lot of callers that called in and then hung up who said they were working at the buildings or had family that were. The FBI came in, took all the videos. I want listeners to be able to respond to what has happened. The governor has now put out a statement. The FBI is saying this guy burned down his ex-wife's house, and then they say, or his own home. It's all very confusing. They're saying that he then got in an airplane and flew it into the building this morning in Austin. Then, searching, we found the website, his website. In fact, we actually broke this. The Statesman then about 20 minutes after confirmed it. They went and checked the IP address, the registration, which we were already doing. It was Joe Stack, the person that allegedly did this, the kamikaze attack, the terror attack. It's his website. It's embeddedart.com. And then linked off of that was his suicide supposed letter. Now, we've got to find out where that was uploaded from, the IP records, the IP address records. Did somebody else upload that? That's being looked into right now. And, of course, he's an anti-income tax person who says that he's being harassed and persecuted. And after I take calls coming up in the next hour, I want to read over what's being called his manifesto. Now, all the latest boil downs on this news is being posted and has been posted at Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. You can read his manifesto there, our comments, hear his voicemail message. It's all up there at PrisonPlanet.com and Infowars.com. But at first they were saying they didn't know if it was done by design. Witnesses said that the plane accelerated straight into the building, that it was level, that it would look like it was focused, is what pilots have told the news that witnessed it. One pilot in particular. But what we know with these government stories is you never know what the truth is. And oh my gosh, T35 Hosting has taken his website down. Why would you do that? I mean, you've got his manifesto. It doesn't name anybody. It just talks about the government. We need to find out how it was uploaded. We need to find out the internet records of this. But no. Now, remember what happened last year in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, when this Marine kills 3 cops, and then the government and a guy that writes routinely for the ADL and Southern Poverty Law Center, he writes articles about how great they are, one of their local guys. There's thousands of IP addresses in his computer. He's visited thousands of websites, including Fox News and others that came out later, CNN. And he visited Infowars.com, and they had people on the street day one saying he was a fan of me. Then we go and find his actual comments on Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com, and he hated me because I wasn't a white supremacist. So within 2 hours of him killing 3 cops, within 2 hours of them getting the computers, the first thing that the individual writing for the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, and I went back and looked at his past articles, he's one of the guys that, demonizes the hate groups and praises the ADL and Southern Poverty Law Center. They target Alex Jones, and they later had to do a retraction in the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. So did a bunch of other publications because it came out he hated me. So I've known that they're targeting us for a while along these lines. Now you have this guy supposedly kind of an anti-New World Order guy,